Okay, just got back from seeing the Amazing Digital Circus, the last act in theaters. Wow, that was a lot. Just as a heads up, this is going to be as spoiler free as I can possibly make it, out of respect for people who haven't seen it in theaters yet and are waiting for the online release, and out of respect for the creators who want to keep it as spoiler free as possible. If you just don't want to know anything, I'm not sure why you clicked on the review, but I'm going to try and keep it as vague as possible. Also, if you heard like, oh, they're bundling episode 8 and 9 together in theaters, and you're like, okay, I'll just wait on episode 8 to see it in theaters, don't do that, because a certain NPC spoils the end of episode 8 before it begins. So definitely definitely watch episode 8 before you go see this in theaters. But in any case, yeah, this was pretty much everything you could expect from the finale to this series. I'm not going to say it's 100% predictable. There was definitely some stuff near the end that I did not catch, or I didn't even think of, but it also just makes perfect sense. So it's a nice balance of like a plot that is very much on the rails the entire time, and you can see this. There's no massive left turns anywhere, but it is still there are still some pleasant surprises here and there. If you are looking for backstories for certain characters, yes, some of those appear. Not going to say who, but a lot of one character in particular gets a lot of focus. But yes, God, it's very difficult to dance around spoilers for this. So let's talk about something that I can't really spoil. The animation, which I was a little concerned about seeing on the big screen, because it's like, okay, this is made for people watching like on computer monitors and on their phones, maybe on like a TV in their living room. How is this going to look on the big screen? It looks phenomenal. It looks fucking phenomenal. Like, somehow the big screen makes it look even better. Like, it is rendered at the highest possible thing it could be rendered at. Like, if you've ever been like disappointed by like certain anime showings because it's clearly not rendered at the highest possible thing it could be for a big screen, you're not going to run into that problem here. Like, you really see all of the details that they put into the animation, and it's like it's actually kind of eye-opening, like just how good these character models look, and how good the animation is, and the color design, and just the textures of everything. Like, I really never thought about it before, but a lot of these characters have different textures to them based on what they're made of. Like, you can really see sometimes the individual stitchings in Ragatha's skin and stuff. You can see like the sheen on Zubal's plastic parts. There is just the wood, what do you call it, marbling, I guess, the rings within the wood of Kinger's chess piece design. Obviously you could see those before, but it all really pops on the big screen. There's really nothing about the artwork or animation of any that I could notably say like, this could have been better, or this should have been like that. No, this is just an absolute triumph of animation, of indie animation, and animation as a whole. Like, this is such a phenomenal production, and I'm And not only just is it just really detailed and incredibly well put together, just the different art styles that it cycles through for different moments is incredible. Just the sheer variety of it is so good. Like, variety has always been one of the huge strengths of this series, and to see it on the big screen is so fun. I love it, especially when it gets really fucking dark. Boy, there's some dark stuff that happens in this. One character in particular gets a very, very long monologue about some bad shit that happened to them. And it doesn't really feel out of place. It is very much in line with where that character is at in their at that particular point in their journey, and how it just sort of cascades into fuck shit I can only describe. But yes, there's some really, really, really phenomenal characterization on display here. All, like, just on an individual level, everyone gets some moments to shine in this. Like, Pomni being the glue that holds everybody together gets, as we all know throughout the series, really gets a chance to shine here. The extremely, the sort of complicated emotions within people like Gangle and Zubul are on full display. Jax is Jax, and his descent into whatever the hell's going on with him is really on full display in this one. Can't really say what goes on with Kane because that would be a massive spoiler, but that would be the one point in the film where I was like, maybe it could have used a little bit more explanation, but I think if you understand how everything works, it makes sense. So if you want, like, if you understand sort of like how basic computer programming works, I guess, you'll understand how it works, I guess, or just program file. No more from there. But ultimately, as this series has constantly talked about, what really matters is sticking together through all of the god-awful, horrible shit that life has to throw at you. It is the triumph of humanity, the triumph of the human spirit against all odds, and in particular how we are able to bond with each other to overcome adversity. It's kind of been the message the whole time, and it's really, in the last few episodes, it's really come into the forefront of it. Because the world sucks. It sucks a lot right now, and it really can really kind of break you. But against all odds, even with as broken and as scarred as we are, we can make it through this. With all the battle scars that comes with, and all the traumas that we have to suffer through and live with for the rest of our lives, we can still make it through. It was truly an amazing digital circus. Yes, I had to say the fucking line at the end. Yeah, this is one of my favorite things ever. Like, if you've been following me on Twitter and Blue Sky, I recently did a series of rambling thoughts on all of the episodes up to this point, and just my scattered thoughts on all of them. I will put out my thoughts on this one when the spoiler embargo is lifted, so I guess wait for that. But I can tell you right now, this is a 10. This was a life-changing piece of animation for me. Like, this is everything that I would want something like this to be, and more. It's not perfect. There are definitely a few stumbles along the way, but that's not what a 10 is. A 10 is the thing that does the most good, and boy does this show do a lot of good. It is amazing. Okay, and that's all I have to say on that. I'm gearing up to start covering the spring season of anime and the seasonal wrap-up show if you're interested in that. Or you can go back and watch some of my other movie reviews or my past stuff from the seasonal wrap-up show. I'm sure this video will probably get a lot of people who don't normally watch my content, so looking forward to see how that plays out. But in any case, my name is Ember, and I'll see you next time.